Kingdom. We're only 5 minutes away from showtime. Come on over and get your seats now. Once again, Jurassic Kingdom will begin right on time in only 5 more minutes.
Is proud to announce the debut of Jurassic Kingdom Lockdown. Here to guide you through this containment lockdown is our very own Facility Operations Director and dinosaur expert, Miss Kayla Colonia.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Are you guys ready to have some fun? I think we can do a little bit better than that. Are you guys ready to have some fun? Awesome, welcome to the show. Now by a quick show of hands, how many of you guys like dinosaurs? Awesome, that's what I like to see. Because millions and millions of years ago, there were thousands of different types of species of dinosaurs that lived all across the world. Some of them walked on land, some swam the seas, and some made the skies their natural habitat. We're gonna get this show started with all of you right down here from our table of fossils. And the first one I wanna show you is pretty cool, but I do have a little bit of bad news about it. When we found our very first footprint here, we were unable to find any other evidence out in the field to tell us what exact dinosaur it belonged to. Not always are we given all of those pieces that say, "Hi, I'm your dinosaur." But with extensive research, help from our databases, usually we get the chance to at least narrow them down. We were able to narrow this back to a group of dinosaurs called Ornithopods. Now what I can tell you about Ornithopod dinosaurs are primarily two things. They were herbivore dinosaurs that walked upright using their back two legs, whereas most herbivores walked around using all fours. Unfortunately, it is also where the search stopped. There were lots of different types of Ornithopod dinosaurs to consider. However, we do have one for you guys to meet today so you can see the full picture. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please put your hands together and help me welcome out our beautiful Parasaurolophus, Miss Charlotte. Hi, pretty girl. Charlotte is on her way out to say hello to you guys, and you are welcome to come up and say hello to her. While she is coming around to say hi, I'm going to tell you a few things about our beautiful Charlotte. And as always, we do have one small but very important rule here at the show today. That there is absolutely, positively no violence. Hitting, poking, punching, pulling tails, etc. You guys look like a pretty docile group. And I'm just wasting time. Now, while Miss Charlotte's coming around, let me tell you a few things about her. Number one is that, of course, she is one of our Ornithopods. Again, that is a two-legged herbivore. However, the Parasaurolophus gives us a really good run for the money. She can use both 2 and 4 legs to walk around. Their arms were long enough to help them graze on lower-lying shrubs and grasses. So essentially, walking, crawling on all fours doesn't quite make them the Ornithopod, but her primary source of transportation stays in the back 2 legs, and that's what secures her into the Ornithopod category. Another thing about our beautiful Charlotte are the Parasaurolophus remains. They were only discovered around 100 years ago in the cultures of where we now call Asia. We think the main reason that these creatures were discovered in those regions of the world are because of their favorite food source or nesting material, bamboo. Bamboo is one of the older living plants from our planet. So if you guys come home tonight and look up dinosaurs, be sure to check out some other prehistoric life, like plants. You never know what you'll find. Things that are around today that somehow withstood that course of time, maybe relatives of some that didn't. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I would love to keep our beautiful Charlotte out with you guys for the rest of the evening. She's a very good co-host, fairly great with the little ones, but we've got a lot of dinosaurs for you to meet and fossils to see. So with that said, how about one last big round of applause for our beautiful Charlotte? She did a very good job out here today. That's an opti, going back inside. How about some snacks? 2 snacks. And a snow cone. That works for us. All right, let's go inside and get that snow cone. We'll bring it to you, don't worry. Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let's hear here for one last time on our way back inside. She's gotta go after the crowd, of course. One last time on our way back inside. Everyone say bye, Charlotte. Bye, Charlotte. Oh, this is gonna be that kind of night, huh? All right, now we are going to continue along with our table of fossils. Now the next fossil that I have to show you is actually one of my personal favorites. But before I tell you anything about it, I would like to hear from you guys. Who would like to take a guess at what my next fossil looks like? You can say it out loud, don't be shy. It is an egg, very good. But my number one favorite answer above all will always be poop. Because it's funnier, you can laugh, it's okay, I'm not upset. Alright, so it's not poop, but it is an egg. This egg belonged to one of our four-legged herbivore dinosaurs. It belonged to a Triceratops. When we discovered the eggs, we were super excited, a little sad. We realized not all of the eggs got a chance to hatch, go on and thrive, but you know what they say? Life finds a way. Thanks to that egg, we happen to have a 2-month-old baby Triceratops for you guys to meet. Please put your hands together and help me welcome out our sweet baby Triceratops, Miss Sarah. Now Sarah is coming down straight to the fence line to say hello to you guys. And again, if you want to say hi, the fence line is where you want to be. If you are at the fence, stay where you are. She is coming to you. If you come up here and group up into one small spot, she can't really reach out there to say hello to everyone. She doesn't have quite as extensive of a reach like our beautiful Charlotte. So again, guys, just come on up and line up across that fence line for us, and she'll be able to come around to say hello. And of course, I'm going to tell you a couple of quick things about our beautiful Sarah. Number one is that, of course, she's small, but she's got a lot of growing up to do. When she is fully grown, she'll be around the size of a Volkswagen Beetle. For us 90s kids out there, our punch buggy of dinosaurs here in Jurassic Kingdom. However, we did find Triceratops and Ceratops remains in lots of shapes and sizes across the world. Some could grow to be the SUV-sized vehicles, and some larger than that. I sneaky kid. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is Spike. He is our Ankylosaurus. And Spike is also coming around to say hello after we get the hat spit out. Spit it out. Spit it out. Oh, that's around your neck. Sorry. Okay, easy. Let go. Let go. Let go. Thank you very much. Okay, so you definitely want to keep an eye out for Spike. He's a little snappy. Little snippy snappy. But don't worry, he doesn't really have his teeth just yet. They have yet to grow through. Now, while Spike is coming around, he is small too, but he's also got a lot of growing up to do. But this critter is going to be around the size of a tank. Our little living tank he will definitely be. He's going to stay low to the ground with a very thick, coarse, armored exterior, just like a tank. And he'll also have his very own weapon system to boot. Eventually, the little bumps and nubs that you see across his back are going to grow, sharpen out, become these long, cool, gnarly spikes. That will knock out my furniture. But we have a lot of growing up and learning to do with this one. Now, back to our beautiful Sarah. She's not going to be left defenseless. She has her own defense yet to emerge, but just barely beginning to do so with her beautiful horns. 3 of them, of course, 2 towards the top of her forehead and one that has just begun to break the surface across her behind. Eventually, she'll use her horns to not only protect herself, family, and nesting ground, but hunt for food by uprooting and knocking down tall vegetation not on their levels. And of course, the 3 horns are why we call them the Triceratops. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, how about one last round of applause for our visiting babies? They did a beautiful job. Everyone say bye, Spike. Everyone say bye, Sarah. You guys are awesome. All right. Now we are going to continue on with our fossil table. However, the next few fossils I have to show you belong to a completely different class of dinosaur. So before we get there, how about another show of hands? How many of you guys like the little impatient there? How many of you guys like the herbivore dinosaurs the best? Like the few you just got to meet. All 3 were herbivores, plant eater dinosaurs. Cool, not a lot, but that's okay. That's usually the way it goes. That just means that you guys eat your veggies, right? At least they're honest. Okay, so how many of you guys like the carnivore dinosaurs the best? Handhold runners out there, but I put them on the same team. Okay. Now the next few fossils I have to show you belong to that carnivorous category. The first one of the 2 that I want to show you guys is a skull. This skull belonged to a dinosaur called Coelophysis. Now the Coelophysis we believe may have dinosaurs, and that was primarily due to their size. They were only around 3 feet tall, 10 feet long, super skinny, and they had lightning fast reflexes. Wait, no, I don't want it. That was good. You should take it back inside. No, just inside. Inside. What are you doing? Oh, wait, you go away. Resume my position and take my until he's gone. Okay. Just for the record, that was not the Coelophysis. That was Joker. Joker is a Dilophosaurus. He is fully grown. He's a full-grown pain in the tail like the handlers. Also, not part of the show. His training never really went according to plan. But he's still one of our babies. We love all our babies the same, and I brag about my babies for the most part. What I can confidently say about that one is that I've only caught him drinking out of the toilet once today, and that's an improvement. Well, at least one of you got it. Alright, now the next fossil I want to show you guys is a hook claw. Now this hook claw belonged to a dinosaur called Baryonyx. Baryonyx is over 9 feet tall, over 30 feet long, and primarily discovered around water-type areas. Creeks, riverbeds, streams across the world, primarily because of this called a gap hook. Now this gap hook was located on their top claws. Hands, if you will. This would help them catch that primary food source, being fish, in salty water. Unfortunately, it doesn't help us catch any fish today. Don't ask me how I know, because the answer is irresponsible. But lots of dinosaurs had claws. I have one very specific one in mind, super famous for those claws, in particular on the toenails. You would know them best by the names of velociraptors. Now, before I continue on, I should probably make a little announcement. No sudden moves, getting up, or running away. My next guest is slightly intimidating. And even more so, impatient. He doesn't like to wait for her cue. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you may recognize our next guest from Jurassic World. This is our beautiful, slightly chaotic Miss Blue. Now, Blue has come a very long way to say hello to you guys today. And again, you're welcome to come on up and say hi if you're brave enough. We understand she can be a tad bit intimidating. With a little one kind of usually following her around anymore, she's a little more aggressive than usual. However, we're fine, and she knows when to behave for the most part for the shows. Now, if you would like to say hello to Blue, we have a very specific way for you guys to be able to do so and have her approach you calmly. If you would stand your arms completely straight out and hold your palms open like the arms out here on the audience tonight. Arms straight, palms flat, the fingers kind of more closely together. She recognizes the gesture, not only as a movie aesthetic, it helps, however, it's how she's been trained to again approach people calmly. That's the theory. However, we're going to work with what we got. Now, while she's terrorizing the village, let me tell you a couple of quick things about our velociraptors. We know the basics. I don't plan on boring you with the same old details. We know they're incredibly intelligent. We know that they are super fast. But what they don't tell you, and what no one thought it kind enough to let us know, is how loud these creatures can actually be. We don't give her a microphone for one plain reason. She's got a singing voice of nightmares. Unfortunately, she's not trying to serenade us. She's more so trying to call her friends. And I don't mean like a smartphone. I mean she's trying to locate other velociraptors for miles and miles around. They can hear the call. They know what it's for. It's like a dinner bell going off. She's trying to let them know that she sees a good-looking buffet out here. And I don't mean the midway food. I mean you beautiful people. But we're going to be all right. We don't have a lot of velociraptors in the immediate area. But what we do have in close proximity is a pig race. And when they start going out there, they usually heat up that track pretty good, and it kind of starts to smell like bacon. So before she decides to jump the fence and go after one of our fuzzy piggy friends, how about we go back inside for some steak? Yes? Instead of pork, how about steak? Let's get some steak. A nice big juicy T-bone steak. There we go. Keep the eye contact. That's what helps. It helps. Eye contact. Stay with the eye contact. There we go. We're going to get inside at one point or another. No. We're going inside. We're not going out to eat. We cannot afford that one. Inside. Blue. No. Not gonna. Oh, that wasn't cool, man. Cool. not bad. Maybe it was the wrong question. Are you guys ready for more fun? That's what we want to hear. Now, the last two fossils that I have to show you guys belong to some of the biggest prehistoric carnivore giants that may have ever existed. The first one of the two that I have to show you is a tooth. But before I tell you about it, I want to hear from you guys again. Who would like to take a guess at what this enormous thing came out of? T-Rex! You're close. A T-Rex is very big. Guys! What are we doing? No! We don't need that kind of stuff. Like that. I have a 4-year-old. I've done my time. But at least they gave us a hint. Who knows the name of the shark? You're all fired. Okay. All right. It is Megalodon. Very good job. Now, for those of you that may not know what or who a Megalodon was, it was definitely a shark. Not just any shark, and definitely not baby shark. Megalodon was the largest shark that we believe ever existed. They are also around 200 million years old, but some people believe that it has the potential to still be in our oceans today. I would love to see one for myself. Not in person. I'm not that crazy. However, until then, the closest relative we have around for a Megalodon, we believe, is the great white. Great white compared to Meg is still kind of small. So we're going to give you a science reference. How many of you have seen a school bus before? Good bit of you. Awesome. For those of you that may not have or just refuse to hold your hands up, it's a big, long, yellow bus. Yeah. All right. Now, great white can almost reach the length of a school bus from the ends of their noses to the ends of those back fins. Some have been measured nearly at. Those were record-breaking great whites. Not many around since Jaws. But Megalodon was a different story. That particular giant was considered to be so massive and huge, they could nearly swallow a school bus whole. As in, you wouldn't make it back to school on time. I'm talking extra summer. Yay, Megalodon! They're not happy about it. It's okay. We're cool. We're not going to run into one on the highways. And besides, you go back to school inevitably, sharks gotta poop. Now, the last fossil I have to show you is a set of teeth. Who can tell me who they think they belong to? T-Rex. Very good job. However, let's try it all together this time with some enthusiasm out there. Who do these teeth belong to? T-Rex was an enormous creature. They could be over 20 feet tall, weighing tons and tons, which is also why he didn't really fit in my car. But we're going to do the next best thing. You've met a lot of my babies today, and I want you to meet perhaps my biggest baby of all, Sparky. Can you come out and say hi to these guys? I think they've been waiting all day long to see you two. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is our 2-year-old T-Rex. And his name is Sparky. Big guy. Yeah, how you doing? I need you to look at everybody and smile. Show them how nice you are. Big pearly whites, handsome face, the works. It's always just no with you. Just no out the gate. Come on, we gotta do the whole thing. It's the whole show. How about we do the selfie face? Yeah. Can't be afraid of the selfie face. That's impossible. But you can pay close attention to how small the teeth are. Like I said, he's only 2. He's got a lot of growing up left to do. He's very immature. Now Holly's coming around to say hello. Again, as always, the same small important rule applies of no violence, hitting, poking, punching, tail pulling, etc. You guys have been amazing. I expect nothing less. However, it's mainly for the newcomers. Welcome to the show. And also, while this big green machine is coming around to say hi, I want to tell you a couple of quick things about our T-Rex friends. Because initially, we gave the T-Rex a pretty bad reputation. When we first discovered the remains, we found that we made him out to be this really big, mean, aggressive monster. Can you blame us? Look at all those teeth. We got to study those remains a lot closer and further to find out they're more so protective than aggressive. They're very protective of their little ones, the babies, the offspring. Come to find out, they really didn't have many eggs. They wanted to make sure that those little ones could and would get to be old enough, strong enough to survive and fend for themselves. Like your parents to protect you. We also gave him a bad rap for being a horrifying predator, eating, chomping everything inside, endlessly hungry for flesh. Once again, actually not entirely wrong, but more so how they obtain their meals. They weren't these prolific predators we made them out to be. They're more so scavengers. The leg bone and shin bone are almost the same size. I'm talking top heavy, kind of clumsy. If he trips or falls or gets stuck somewhere, he can't just pick himself up and set himself free. Not with those little bitty arms. But it didn't stop him. They're very intelligent. They would wait for a small, more capable predator to track down its meal. He could smell that food from miles away, coming with the bold colors, loud, obnoxious roars. Thundering footsteps, scare him off, whatever they needed to do to scare off that predator and take the food for himself. It wasn't very nice, but it was the only way he would survive. We don't do it anymore. That's called bullying. We mainly don't do it because mommy overfeeds him as it is. If you guys have pets at home, you know what I'm talking about. They like treats. Most pets do. Cats, dogs, fish, enormous green reptiles, they're all the same. They like treats. But first, we need a volunteer from the audience. Yeah. Look at all those hands. All those hands just for you, big guy. You know what happens before you get the treat, right? Yeah. Dinner time! Okay, but I do need someone help me with a treat. Someone strong, brave, but someone that doesn't smell like funnel cake yet. It's his favorite. He's been after that trailer all day long. So let's see. Strong, brave, strong, brave, strong, brave, strong and brave, strong and brave, strong and brave, strong, brave. Look at this. Batman! He's gotta be strong and brave, right? You got all that money too? You want to go over here? Alright, can you hold this up? There you go, beautiful. That's all you gotta do right there. Big guy, look who's got the belt. Bruce Wayne. He got all dressed up today. He left the cape at home, but he said we're gonna go see this green T-Rex. Sparky. Where are you going? Where are you going? No! I gotta pick on him. Young foal, right here. Just a bone. Just a bone. There we go. Easy. It's more of a marble. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, how about one last round of applause for our volunteer? He did a fabulous job. And I guess he's kind of cute. He deserves one too. How about one last big round of applause for Sparky, our 2-year-old T-Rex. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we have come to the end of the show. But before you go, there is one last very important thing we would love to share with everyone. The world has been growing, changing for millions and millions of years. Nowadays, it is our turn, our job, our opportunity to help take care of the planet. Let's play our parts. Pick up trash, recycle. Even if it isn't your trash, it's still trash. Help keep the world beautiful, our oceans clean for millions and millions of more years to come. Thank you guys so much for coming out to see us, and we hope you have a beautiful evening right here at the State Fair Meadowlands. You guys have been amazing, and we have one more free show coming up this evening. But don't forget, we're not the only free entertainment here. You've also got the pig races, hypnotists, magicians, all kinds of cool stuff, cycle circus, right here at the fair. We hope to see you guys again real soon. Once again, we're going to be here through till not next Sunday or the next one, but the next Sunday. So make sure you guys come